Hi HYROX. I am the Elite 15 athlete and also a soldier in Czech military. I am here in the STRV private gym to answer some of your questions about my fitness career. I have sport higher than my job, than my career, and I wanted to continue with sport on the competitive level. And I thought that in military it will be a great match. There are some basic requirements for every soldier. It's about running, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, but it's just basic level of fitness. But if you want to be in some combat squad or some special forces, the requirements are much higher, and the most important thing in military is to work as a team. Now I have a break from my military job for about 2.5 months. I want to use this period of time to find out if I am able to reach the absolute top in HYROX, because I'm not far away from it. And I think if I have more time for recovery and training, I can be the best HYROXer on the world. You know, I was always competitive kid. Around 15 years old, I discovered cycling, especially cross-country, mountain bike cycling. I started to compete almost immediately. I made it to the top level in Czech Republic. I decided to stop competing. I worked in a private security company. All other jobs I had was just to have money to do the sport. I also built my muscle mass, tried to compete in strongman's competitions, but it was just the amateur level. Yeah, I just wanted to test it because I'm the generation who grew up on the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, all the stars. So I really like the body composition, the mass. But my genetics is just not good for the strongman. I'm much more endurance athlete. Yeah, my maximum numbers are 200 kilos for squat, about 260 for deadlift, and 165 for bench press. When I'm now on the highest level of HYROX, I really have to focus on just to be specific for HYROX. So I'm not sure about the numbers now. I think 100 to 110 bench press, 140, 150 maybe a squat, 180, 190 for the deadlift, but I didn't test it in the last 2-3 years, so I'm not sure about it. In strongman, I think that I had about 109 or something like that in the summer. I was a little bit fat in the time. A lot of eating, not super healthy, and before the Christmas I had 85. It was when I came from strongman, went back to cycling. Yeah, a lot of hours on the bike and not much eating. Actually, my colleague thought that I'm sick because I change every week. I call it my second biking career. It was about 4 years. It was just after Jaroslav Kulhavý won the Olympics 2012 in London, and he used to be my teammate when we were young. I just questioning myself, so maybe if I come back and train a little bit, I could be on the top in the Czech Republic, and maybe I have 4 years to fight for the spot on another Olympic Games. This was my goal, yeah. And I really tried to do it, lose a lot of kilos, did thousands of kilometers on the bike, but the muscle mass I gained during the fitness and strongman period of my life, I just wasn't able to get rid of it. It's okay on the flats, but when you are going uphill, it's a huge difference, and that was the place when I'm losing my positions, and I gave up after the 4 years. It was thanks Hunter McIntyre, because I competed with him probably 10 years ago in OCR, and he was already a star. He was like a role model for me in the time. In the autumn 2021, when I was 36, I raced my first HYROX in Amsterdam. I think, yeah, because my first HYROX was 66 minutes. It was in the pro division. In the time, It wasn't a bad time. 66 wasn't average, was much better. And second race, after about 2 months, I went sub 61. That was a really good time. So it catapulted me immediately in the elite. Yeah, because I went from CrossFit. I was strong enough for all the workouts. And thanks to my endurance from cycling, I was very good on the ergs, on the ski and on the rower. But what I really hate was burpees. I hate them during all my Spartan career. I never trained them because burpees were punishment for failure in the Spartan, and I didn't want to fail, so I didn't want to train for punishment. Yeah, I really had to switch that mindset in HYROX and started to do burpees because I was really slow on the beginning. I think I'm a good all-rounder because the consistency of during the whole race is the key for the success in HYROX. I'm still very good on the row and ski. Also, I really improved my burpees. My very good station is farmer's carry. Not at all. The end of the race is really hell for me. Sometimes I probably overpushed myself, so I am really exhausted in the end of the race. And if you are exhausted on the 100 wall balls, that's hell. It's really pain. If it's Elite 15 race, I wanted to be in the first half of the field. I'm just trying to keep with them so long as I could. If it's normal race, like now in Vienna or Katowice, I have to build my own race. I started to push harder after sled pull, because sled pull is, I think, also my good station. And after that, burpees now are not bad. So I started to push after these stations and yeah, try to be on the highest heart rate till the end of the race. First 5 evening races, every time I had stomach problems. I was finding my way how to fuel properly. In the end, it's simple. I just can have a normal breakfast, like a hotel breakfast, you know, some eggs, bread, oatmeal, and from the lunch I'm eating almost just rice. I had to find something that I can easily buy everywhere on the world. In the last 2 hours before the race, I ate some banana rice cakes, something like that, just fast sugar. Also the electric fuel as a drink from my protein. I really focused on HYROX. I cut a lot of cycling. Even I love it. I love to go on the bike, just go to coffee shop, have a coffee and cake and go back. That's the best thing. Every of my training was focused on some part of HYROX race. You know, zone 2 running, intervals, threshold, and a lot of specific workout with movements from HYROX. If you want to adapt for burpees, you have to do burpees. And if you want to adapt for burpee broad jumps, you have to do burpee broad jumps, not just some burpees. And the consistency too. Yeah, I have about 5 to 6 workouts. It's not fancy, it's just the hard work. The goal, the focus is clear, it's the World Championship in Stockholm. I'm focusing now for London Regional Championship. There is one spot for the Worlds. And after that, if I will not be able to get this spot, my main focus is on Warsaw, and I just have to grab the spot there. I'm also using the races in my training, and not just HYROX. Before Hamburg, during the August and September, I raced 10 times probably. There was 1 or 2 fitness racing competition, Bicross Run in Czech Republic. There was also a competition on the mountain bike. It was the military championship. Yeah, and about 7 days before Hamburg, I ran a half marathon. My running volume per week is about 45 kilometers. There are weeks, for example, when I'm traveling and there is not much access to the gym or to the equipment, and so after that the kilometers are higher because I run more. But yeah, the average is about 45. Till now, I didn't travel for training a lot, but now we discussed it with my coach that it definitely can be good and can help me to train sometimes with someone who is better than me, who is faster. So I am planning to train with Richard Hynek because he's better runner than me. Also, Alex is not far away. I'm planning to arrange some short camp with Alex. We met in Santa Monica before the Phoenix, and I discovered that he's also a car enthusiast as me, petrol head, BMW lover. So we have another thing in common. So I will get my BMW, his BMW, and we will meet somewhere in Vienna for training. Much more time for quality recovery. If I want to edit about 15 to 20% of volume in training, I have to edit 100% of recovery. All things you can, like massages, physiotherapies, sauna, cold plunges, red light. I'm trying to use almost everything now just to increase my training volume a little bit, because if I count it, I'm about 2 to 3% from the world record. I think I can find these 2 or 3% in the recovery and a little bit more volume of my training. In the Elite 15, my training volume is the lowest of all of guys. It's about 10 hours a week. I wasn't able to manage more hours till now. And all other guys are training 15, 16, 18, some young guys 20, 25 hours. So I have to be smart now and prioritize quality over quantity. On this level of competition, on the Elite 15, you don't have time to think about how many steps do you have to do when you are pulling the sleds. It just has to be automatically, because every thought about this will slow you down a little bit, but in 100 repetitions, it could be 10 seconds, and 10 seconds is a huge difference in the finish line. It's not a cheap thing, you know, and I'm now, when I paused my military career, I'm really in the phase that I'm looking for some sponsors or partners. A lot of traveling, you need some equipment, you need new shoes almost every month. The recovery part of training and preparing for competition, every massage is about 40 euros. You know, entrance to the sauna and these things. I'm investing in my sport all my life, 25 years, not just time, but money too. And I think I'm on the level when something should come back. I think it's still growing a lot, but it's a shame that we don't have the race here. Yeah, because if you still have to travel hundreds of kilometers for every race, it's kind of obstacle. I really enjoyed every race there because there is no pressure. It's like a family and friends competition for me. I always feel some pressure when I'm racing HYROX and especially Elite 15, because you really don't want to run last in the broadcast. Bicross run is a little bit different to HYROX because Vašek Mraz, the organizer, is from CrossFit background. It's not standardized. He changed the workouts for every race. Yeah, 10 races already was in the Czech Republic in 2 years. And I wasn't just on one of them because I was in the World Championship in Chicago on HYROX. All others I won, and every time I really enjoyed the race. Yeah, 9 of 9. Not in HYROX yet because he's still young, so he competed in Young Stars in Amsterdam, and also in Bicross runs here in Czech Republic. But I'm super happy that he found a way to this sport too, with no pressure from me. It was just his way. He started to going to gym with friends, and after that I did some running, And yeah, and after that ask, oh, can I go with you to Bicross run? In nutrition or something, he's more strict than me. And I'm just looking at him, he's waiting every piece of his meat. He's able to get up early before the school and go for a run in the dark, in the rain. Yeah, I'm super proud of him. I'm super happy that he found this way. And yeah, I think that to have sport in your life, as a part of your life, is a huge benefit for you. It's not just healthy, but it's also good for your head and for your socialization. I met a lot of amazing people around the sport and the community and these things. Yeah, I'm super happy that he find his way to the sport, and much more happy that it's the same sport as I'm doing, so I can help him with it.